Earlier this year, I did a video on how to dress after weight gain, and in that video, I shared this picture with you guys. This was me at my most unhealthy, 150 pounds. I was 25 to 30 pounds overweight, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, an unhealthy BMI, and I mentioned in that video that I was on my own weight loss journey. I've been a little hesitant to share this. I wanted to be well into the process before I said anything about it, but based on the number of comments that I got from so many people, I know that there are so many people that were feeling the exact same way I was. And so today I am down 26 pounds and I felt it really important to share with you guys what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, I don't think any of us should have to suffer or struggle to maintain a healthy weight. And so I'm going to share this with you guys, and I hope you receive it with an open mind and an open heart. So I've had this conversation with my doctor over the last at least 4 to 5 years. And to be perfectly honest, my primary doctor, I didn't feel completely supported. It was always, I felt a little bit of shame, and the suggestions were always, just try the Mediterranean diet, eat more salads. That's cute, right? If that worked, if it was that easy, I don't think we'd be here right now. And so that led me to do my own research and to really look for a healthcare provider that was supportive and that also gave me some options. So with the healthcare provider that I did find, we landed on Zepbound. So what is Zepbound? Zepbound is a weight loss injection. It's a weekly injection. It works by slowing down the metabolism. Zepbound is FDA approved for weight loss. It is the same thing as Mounjaro, which is FDA approved for diabetes. As I mentioned, it is approved for weight loss and is being used and so helpful to so many who are really struggling to lose weight, excess weight, and for those who have obesity and for those who have struggled for a long time with weight. So how did this all happen? This was a process, you guys. This was not something that happened overnight. I did find a healthcare provider that was supportive. And let me preface before I go into any of this. This is not medical advice. This is just my own journey. This is just my experience, and I'm sharing it with you. My number one recommendation to you is to talk to your healthcare provider. Your experience may be different than mine, but always talk to your own healthcare provider first. So once I found a healthcare provider that was supportive and that had some other options for me other than recommending a Mediterranean diet, the process was very similar to what you would go through with any family doctor. So I met with a doctor, we discussed the options, we did a panel of blood work just to see where all of my levels were. And like I said, we landed on Zepbound as being the best option for me. This is a very closely monitored process. I meet with my doctor every 3 weeks. We discuss how much I'm losing, what I'm eating, what my exercise is like. It is very, very closely monitored. To be approved for Zepbound, I'm only speaking of Zepbound because I don't have experience with anything else. You have to have 1 or 2 medically related issues due to excess weight and obesity. Mine personally was high blood pressure and high cholesterol. So I was approved through insurance to be able to take this medication. You also can work through your insurance. I was very fortunate in that my insurance covered this medication for me as a weight loss drug. And so my medications and everything goes through my insurance company, and I'm able to get it filled at my local pharmacy. How does Zepbound work? As I mentioned earlier, it works by slowing down your digestion, and it aids your weight loss journey by giving you the grace to be able to make better decisions with your diet and your exercise. It is not a magic pill. This medication works very closely in conjunction with a better lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle. You have to work every day at making better choices, exercising. All of these things are so important to continue to practice day after day after day so that you build better habits and you can maintain the weight loss. And my doctor monitors very closely how much I'm losing each week because I never want to be over 2, max 3 pounds. And it has slowed down for me to about a pound a week because I'm nearing the goal to be in that healthy range of weight and BMI. Now, I've mentioned diet and exercise. I just wanted to give you a couple of insights on what I'm doing and what I have changed about my lifestyle and my diet. The very first thing I did was cut out alcohol and cut out diet sodas. I also limit sugar. Very rarely do I have any added sugar. I focus every day on getting absolutely as much protein as possible. Usually that looks somewhere between 70 to 100 grams of protein, and that is not easy to do, but I work at it every single day. The reason it's important is because if you are someone that loses weight rather quickly, you do not want to lose your muscle mass. So it is important to keep that protein at a higher level every single day. Also, I'm trying to eat more vegetables. Vegetables and me aren't the best of friends, but I'm trying to eat more salads and just generally eat some healthy greens every day, something healthy in that vegetable category. I'm drinking a ton of water, just a ton of water every single day. And I'm also exercising 4 to 5 times a week for 20, sometimes 30 minutes, just depending, but I'm mainly focusing on lifting weights because I want to maintain muscle. I don't want to lose that muscle mass and just have flab. So I'm really, really focused on the weights. If you know anything about these weight loss drugs, you might have heard that there are some side effects. So what are the side effects? It is different for everybody. For me, I've been very lucky. I've had very, very mild side effects. I've on occasion felt a little bit of queasiness, but it's very fleeting, and usually I can eat a saltine or a cracker and then it passes very quickly. I have not had issues with constipation or the other way around. Some people have diarrhea, some people have constipation, so there are side effects to this medication that you have to be aware of, and like I mentioned, it is different for everybody. The last thing I want to mention about this medication is that there are different levels of the doses. So the very lowest dose, I believe, is 2.5. My doctor determines based on my results of the previous 4 weeks, do I need to step up or do I need to stay where I'm at? The medication goes from 2.5 all the way up to 12.5. There's nowhere to go after you reach that 12.5. In my personal experience, and I've been on this since December, I have not gone past the second dosage step, which is 5. And the reason I haven't gone past that dosage is because it continues to be effective for me. The doctor monitors that very closely to make sure that efficacy is on point with the dose that I'm taking. So the second dose of 5 is what I have stayed at and maintained at because it continues to be effective. I continue to lose weight. It may only be a half a pound or maybe a pound a week, but it's still effective. And it might be that landing spot where I reach my goal weight and where I can maintain that weight. Okay, so some last thoughts about this subject. I think it is a very sensitive subject and everybody has an opinion on it, and I'm just sharing my experience. The way that I look at this is obesity is a disease. Extra weight causes medical issues that you will eventually have to treat, and those may not be reversible. So what are you going to treat? So are you going to treat the extra weight before it becomes obesity and then an irreversible medical issue? I feel like we should be more open-minded to treating this as a disease, as a medical condition, so that we don't reach those places of morbid obesity and all of the medical issues that come with it. I don't think there should be any shame with it. This is an FDA-approved drug for weight loss. I don't think we should have to struggle to get it. I think it should be available to those of us who are legitimately struggling with weight and need the help. That is just my personal opinion. Please don't come for me about it. I'm just sharing my experience because I want to be open and honest with you, and I have talked about my weight loss journey in the past, and so this is just the way I see it. Everybody deserves to have their opinion, but I would ask that everybody be kind and supportive because everybody deserves to have their own thoughts and feelings about it. But in my eyes, if you are struggling, you should 100% have access to it, and your insurance should cover it. Not all of them do, but I think that's hopefully where we're moving in the future. I can only speak for myself, but the experience for me has been amazing. It has absolutely changed the way I feel about myself. The medication has allowed me the grace to start making better decisions, and I could not be happier about it. I do not regret a thing. I would do it all over again. And then I wanted to mention some resources for you. First and foremost, talk to your own doctor. Talk to your doctor. Doctors know about these medications, and so they should not be surprised about any of it. And so they will be able to best guide you. If they can't, then I would suggest possibly maybe looking for a recommendation. Second, there is another YouTube channel that I highly recommend if this is something you've thought about, something you're doing presently, any of the above. Her name is Countess of Shopping. I'm going to leave her link to her channel down below. She has just a mass of information. She's been on this journey for over a year and she's lost 80 pounds, but she has so much information, everything under the sun that you could think of that you might have a question about it, she's got it on her channel. She films, if not every day, at least every other day, and has so much good information. It's very, very useful information. I hope this video was helpful to you in some way. If not, it's fine. Not everybody's on the same journey at the same time, but I thought it was important to be honest and share this information with you because why keep it to myself? I think it's important. I think people should share more of their experience. I think there's become a sort of a stigma about it that we're cheating if we're using something to aid us in weight loss, and it absolutely should not be that way. It is approved for weight loss and we should have access to it given that we have all of the factors that would allow you to be approved for the medication. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your experiences if anybody else is on the same journey. But I thank you for watching, and I hope you receive all of this with an open mind and an open heart. And I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you next time.